Okay, thank you, Eric, for being kind of a guinea pig to help me walk through how what I meant by this section 9 and the update of how to run a second outcome without rerunning a bunch of things. And so one of what I intended for this to mean is all we have to do is copy the contents of the data folder. So like if we go into our folder window, if it'll open up for us. Oh, let me that.
Oh yeah. Yep. Here's the
So
folder.
yeah, so now that I have this folder, you'll see that in the or the folder window, we have a data and the results trip. These two files are folders contain the imputed data sets and the fitted attrition models. And those actually are not um, outcome or focal predictor dependent. And so those we can actually just copy. And I'm going to go into your desktop,
Mhm.
hopefully, desktop. There we go. I'm going to create a new folder that's CFS wave 2 outcome 2. And we're going to go into there and we're going to paste those two folders. And it copies and pastes a lot of files, which can take a second or two. And the other thing to copy over is the second main and the uh, project file. Is here. That. Oh, stop. I did not copy correctly. Like this one. So that you want to copy. Then we want to paste. There we go. Okay.
Hmm.
Copy and pasting is difficult for me sometimes. And
Same here.
so, yeah, it's something that I didn't think should be difficult for me, but sometimes, it just is. So what I'm doing is I'm now opening up that R project file. So this is just a new project file because it's in a different directory on your computer. And now we still have that data, results trip, and now that main second underscore main. And so we set this up so that you don't actually have to rerun several parts of it. And so still have to run part one, where we load the package and load the data. But now what we do is we have to go in here and say, well, what is our um, next kind of variable that we're analyzing? So in this case, let's say analyzing piece. Initially, I was built this on, I was analyzing more than one variable at a time. And so you can set it up to do multiple
Hmm.
simultaneously, especially if you want them to be printed onto the same uh, results documents.
Hmm.
And so here we only have one outcome that we're going to focus on. And so we just have to make sure that there's only one of all of these. Thank you for bearing with me, Eric, while
Thank
I
you.
go through all of this.
Thank you. It's fantastic.
And so all of this is the exact same that we run. They'll have to load in the data, but because now we've already run the imputation, this part is actually being skipped when we run it. I just commented it out. We still need to recode all of the imputations. So it'll still go into the imputation files, grab the imputation for each country, and then spit it out into the data folder, but now recoded for your variable for this next set of analyses. Then it does this, still goes through and checks to make sure it's coded correctly. The only other major change is the part 7 with the attrition model. Only this first function is skipped. We don't have to actually run the model, but we do have to append the weights to the recoded data set. And so that is why that part is still there. Otherwise, things would have been much easier coding wise. And then from part 8 onward, it's the exact same. There's no change from the code at all from how it was with the first analysis.
Wonderful.
And so that's walking through what some of those changes are.
That's great. Thank you.
Yep. Okay.